Hi guys, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I post fragrance related content on this platform, guys, and would very much appreciate if you did consider subscribing. And to those who are returning, thank you so much for the continued support. I appreciate you guys as always. Today we have a request from One More Time for Me, and they wrote in the comments section, I am new to Middle Eastern fragrances and I like your detailed descriptions. Could you recommend or showcase Middle Eastern feminine fragrances? So I decided to pick the ones that are non-OUD, at least to my nose here. Number one is going to be this one, guys, Anna Abieta Pudrehaa. And this one is your bold white floral there with your indolic, opulent jasmine note that's going to hit you in the nose there, but it is built around a lot of powdery notes there, so do expect some talc, some powder, musk in there. It's going to be very makeup-y, and it's also going to be vanilla-y. It is your quintessential feminine fragrance, guys, that is delicate to my nose. However, it is long-lasting as well. Now, if you're a man and you're watching this video, guys, don't take offense from this. You do wear what you want to wear. It's just that these fragrances that I'm going to show you here have a DNA that is kind of generally associated with what is expected in feminine fragrances, and that is why they made it to this list. So this was our number one, guys, Anna Abieta Pudrehaa. Higher is the next fragrance on this lineup, guys, and if you're looking for one fragrance that's not going to disappoint you, if you're looking for a fragrance that you can absolutely blind buy from Lattafa, this is one of them. This is a classy fragrance, guys. They played around with a lot of notes there, enough for you to feel offset that this is very familiar, but without exactly pinning what it is. So this has been likened to Gucci's Gorgeous Gardenia. Some have likened it to Viva La Juicy. I have likened it to Carolina Herrera's 212 VIP, that style of fragrance. But anyway, this is a juice that is built around champagne and strawberry, so do expect a very fizzy fragrance there together with the white florals. The burst of the champagne is what you're going to get offset, and you're going to carry that for about an hour or two, after which it turns into like a jasmine rosy type of fragrance there, but also enduring, one that you may need to just have in your collection there if you want to build an affordable Middle Eastern feminine scents collection with classy fragrances, especially on that particular lineup. So Higher is sitting, guys, on our number two. Mahash Gold is a fragrance I had to add here. This is going to be your caramel bomb. So if you love sweet fragrances, then this is going to do it for you. This is one fragrance that is gender neutral, but why I had to pick it here, in as much as it can be worn by gents, is it has like a sticky, sugary note there that even comes across as burnt sugar, something that is synonymous in fragrances that use candy a lot. So there's going to be an unmistakable candy accord in this fragrance, a style of DNA that is liked or that is favored by a lot of females, right? And it is a fragrance that is pretty weird to explain, in as much as I say it is sugared and it feels a lot like candy. So with this one, I'm gonna say maybe if you wanted to add it to your collection, try and get yourself a tester first, probably a 20 ml tester, because they do have 20 ml testers of this fragrance, which you can pick off eBay and Amazon, then you can test it out. However, if you like your sticky, sugary fragrances and candied feel there, then you're gonna love Mahash Gold, guys. It's sitting on our number three. LFA Xray is the next one on the lineup. This fragrance, guys, by Lattafa is marketed for, it's not marketed for men, but the fragrance that it is drawing inspiration from is a masculine fragrance. 1 million, is it 1 million Lucky or 1 million Elixir? I can't remember between the two. In as much as it draws inspiration from that fragrance, guys, there is like a prominent tuberose note in this fragrance. Something that's gonna be like bubblegummy, laconic, creamy, and something that will make a lot of men conflicted in this fragrance, because it does give off wafts of like a feminine thing in it. I just had to recommend it here, guys, in case you want a gold bottle, on your dresser. So this one is LFA Xray. It's also from Lattafa. On our number 5, guys, is this one. This one's called Shard, and I've hammered the hell out of this fragrance. Why it's here is it's very feminine leaning to my nose, and it is one fragrance that if you were to plan a get together with your friends, or an outing or a girl's day or night out, somebody's bound to show up smelling like shot. I guarantee you that. And this is not to say this fragrance smells like La Vie Belle. I'm giving you an example of La Vie Belle because that is one fragrance that in every 20 people, there's going to be somebody that maybe smells or something that smells like La Vie Belle. This is your heady floral right there. It dries down powdery, almost in the same vein as Ombre by Narciso Rodriguez. But there is a familiarity with this fragrance. It's going to make you think of a lot of other fragrances, which is what I said, I think, about Pudrehaa. This does not share the same notes as Pudrehaa, but it just kind of feels, like it borrows from that Narciso Rodriguez type of, fragrance family. And if you know those fragrances, you will know what I'm talking about. So on our number 5 is going to be Shad. Muna is on our number 6, guys, and this one is also from Lattafa. I had to add this one for those people that like a fruity floral mix. This has got a fruit that feels a lot like rhubarb. It doesn't list rhubarb as a note, but to my nose, there is something that is rhubarby in here and an unmistakable rose. So it comes across as a zingy, sweet and sour type of situation. That's just what my nose is extracting. I'm not able to go past that, but it is a beautiful, divine smelling fragrance. I did a full review of this one and I likened it to Nina Ricci because it's one fragrance that I used a while ago. If you like Ricci by Nina Ricci, then this is going to be a fragrance that's not going to stray too much from that. It's called Muna and it's on our number 6. Morra Silky Rose is a fragrance I had to add here, especially if you want a fragrance that oozes femininity. This is it. This is gonna smell like the most expensive makeup that you could ever buy, very powdery there. It is composed of rose and violet and something that feels like a candied marshmallow thing in the background. Soft, something that you just want to wrap yourself around, something that you want to wear maybe, for date night, that sort of thing. Is very delicate and very feminine. It's called Morra Silky Rose. Astaf Privé Rose is a fragrance that I deliberately had to put just after Morra Silky Rose because Astaf is also part of Lattafa, and when they bottle their fragrances like this, for instance, where there's that sock there, or like the Morra, the one I just showed you, then a lot of people get skeptical that is this not just a continuation of the same fragrance. In Privé Rose from Astaf, expect a concoction of fragrances from PDM mixed up. It's going to remind you a little bit of Delina, just a little bit, sharing that rose in Delina, the same rose that you get from Exclusive. So there's going to be that DNA in the opening there, just kind of like giving you a burst. And you're going to think you've cracked it. Almost immediately there you think, oh, that's another Delina or Delina Exclusive. And then it kind of then, drops in like a suede, velvety feel there and a baby powder feel that you get from Cassili. So it kind of feels like a fusion of those 3 fragrances. If you've used Cassili, if you've used Delina and Exclusive, then you're going to get it from here. But it is overall an enjoyable scent. Very feminine to my nose, guys. Also very long lasting. Drying down, of course, powdery, and for some it's going to be a little bit incensey. That is our number 8. Yara is a recommendation on this lineup, guys, because there's a reason why this one is popular. However, let me point out that you either love it or you hate it. You get it or forget about it. That's what this fragrance kind of screams, to me. It's a mixture of a lot of things. There's going to be an unmistakable strawberry note in here. So there's going to be a fruitiness there. But there's also going to be like a boozy thing in there that's going to confuse you that, oh, okay, I thought it was a sweet, fruity scent. Oh, I thought it was creamy. Oh, now I think it's boozy. That sort of thing. So it's a hit or miss for a lot of people. It has that unmistakable familiarity without necessarily being common. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a fragrance that you cannot outright pin. but you cannot outright say, oh my God, I've never smelled anything like this before. It's a rare gem. It's not going to shock you that much, but at the same time, it's going to show you that, well, I've got character. It's Yara, the original from the house of Latafa. Next up is something for the mature ladies out there. This is a modern musk from Maison Alhambra. This is going to be your rosy, powdery fragrance there, together with some violets. I had to throw it here for those who like grown-up sexy glam, okay? Not too much to do with the musk, so don't let the musk bit of it make you run away. It's very rosy to the nose, something that if you are the sort of person that loves mature fragrances, then this one is definitely going to do it for you. This is definitely a fragrance I wouldn't give to somebody, say, in their teens, because it just screams mature. It's got that lemony rose there that is quite in your face and interprets as a little bit dated. It's called Modern Musk, guys, and it's sitting on our number 10. 11 is a fragrance that I feel, you know, if I didn't add this to this lineup, this lineup would feel incomplete. This is on some gold, guys. A citrusy, fresh, floral, even fruity fragrance there. This is just a nice, polite, feminine, delicate scent to my nose. It is your classy fragrance, if you will. It's a DNA that may underwhelm some people who say maybe jump on the hype and haven't smelled either Love Don't Be Shy or Yana. It might underwhelm you to think, oh, is that what it's all about? But it is just a different and unique fragrance there. Expect like a candied feel there, a marshmallowy accord there as well. If you're looking for something delicate and feminine, it's one that you may want to add to your collection, and it's sitting, guys, on our number 11. On number 12 is the original Princess of Arabia, a fragrance I had to put on this list just to contrast this one in case you know, you haven't had your nose on either and you were wondering which one is which. Of course, I have explained about Privé Rose. I have told you that this one is a fusion of three fragrances from Parfums de Marly. Now, when it comes to Princess of Arabia or Emirat Al Arab, which is the original marketed for women, the red one, because there is a black one, right? This is going to be your fruity, fresh, citrusy also fragrance. This, to my nose, is in the same vein as the My Ways. Okay, just to cut the long story short, this is delicate, it's feminine, it's soft there. It's going to come across even as though it has, what's the name of that? It's got watermelon or something along them lines. Also very floral. They're very different. So if you find these ones for a steal, you can totally purchase the two at the same time. They do not smell the same. So this one is Emirat Al Arab, the original Princess of Arabia, guys, and it's sitting on our number 12. Second from the last is going to be Rave Now. I had to drop this one for the tropical fragrance lovers. If you love your fruity, juicy, sweet, mood lifting tropical fragrances that are ideal, guys, even for bright sunny days, then this one is going to do it for you. The emphasis on this fragrance is on the pineapple more than anything. There is some woods in there, but do expect a very pineapple forward fragrance. Open and shut case when it comes to this one. Pineapple, 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 but very enjoyable. It's called Rave Now, our number 13. The last one on the lineup is Rave White. This I just dropped here for those who love citruses. Citruses that are complicated, you're going to get from this one. This is not your typical lighty of a citrus. If you want something that's different, something that's not going to smell like all these other ones that I've shown you here, but putting emphasis there on the citrus and the spiciness there, then this one's going to do it for you, guys. It does scream summer, but can be a little bit heady there, crossing over to winter even because it's quite strong. Lost till the next wash. This one is called Rave Now White. So that's it. Those are the 14 fragrances that I can recommend. All these fragrances smell different, guys. Morra Silky Rose emphasizes, you know, that makeup-y, powdery type of situation there with your violets. Haya is more about the strawberry and the fizzy champagne note in there. Faha is more to do with your tuberose, if you love your tuberose. Muna is going to be about your jammy rose and your rhubarb without smelling like Delina. Yara, like I said, is going to be boozy, creamy, fruity, all sorts. You either love or hate this one. And then the Asdafs, I've given you about that. The Modern Musk is going to emphasize more of the rose, you know, that powdery dated rose. This one is going to be your Oriana Love Don't Be Shy tube, so everybody loves that. Rave Now is more about the pineapple. This one is more about the powder and the talcum powder there. Makeup-y as well, but different enough, you know, to own, even if you own this one. So yeah, in a nutshell, that is what I can say, guys. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. While you're at it, do turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one as well. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.